Greetings to you. This is Brandon, the freight broker with Alliance Logistics. We hope this message finds you in super health and spirit on another beautiful Monday morning. We understand that you have a lot on your plate today, a lot of things that you want to accomplish. So we're going to get into the business of things this morning. And what we're going to be talking about is freight broker software overload. And what I mean about that is there are a lot of different systems out there. There are a lot of different software that you can go out and purchase when you first open a freight brokerage. And a lot of it is, a lot of really pretty graphics, and then it's a lot of software programs that are very complex, that are, are very detailed systems. And all of those softwares are good. They're good softwares when it comes down to our transportation management software. But you really have to look a little bit deeper than that. And by that I mean, in my opinion, you should be looking at what you actually need. For instance, when you're starting a freight brokerage, a beginning freight broker, you're probably not going to need a $500 a month TMS because you are a beginning freight brokerage. You're just opening your freight brokerage. So to have a $500 TMS just does not pass the common sense test in most cases. Why do I say that? Because you're not going to have the freight to support a $500 TMS system. And not only am I talking about that kind of expense when it comes down to TMS systems, other expenses, other things that you're buying. There's a lot of information out there to buy, and it's good information, but the question is, do you need it right now or not? When it comes down to buying shipper list, things such as that, you may have some 20,000 shippers list, 30,000 shippers list, and those are good. They're leads. But how many of those shippers you actually going to call? So, you can do your own research to find your own shippers, and you don't have to pay anything for it. I guess the whole purpose of it is just to explain that overhead is a very, very serious concern when you first start your business. So creating additional things that you have to pay for could put you in a bind that you don't necessarily have to put yourself in. So look very carefully at that. We talk about when you're first starting off, keeping your expenses below $1,000. That's very easy to do. That's not hard at all to do. So I would say definitely pay attention to the numbers. Keep your eyes on your numbers and make sure that your expenses are about $1,000 or below when you first start out. Those TMS systems are great systems, don't get me wrong. But when you're ready for those systems, your business will tell you. Your business will tell you that you're ready to graduate and go to another level. A good starter system, in my opinion, one that I started out with was called Load Pilot. Load Pilot kept me very organized, and when it was time for me to take a step away from it, up to another level, I just stepped up to another level, transitioned everything over, and then I had a very good understanding of the TMS going into a new TMS system. So it wasn't, terribly difficult to transition into a new system. But when my business picked up, then it was time to go to another system that offered different things that I can offer to my customer. So just think about that. We wanted to make you aware of that today. That's all we have for you today. We're not going to take too much of your time. We thank you so much for spending a few minutes of your time with us. Go to our website, training.alliancelogistics.net. That's training.alliancelogistics.net. And for your training needs, everything that you would be looking for, we think would be there on that website, training.alliancelogistics.net. We have webinars periodically, and we'll be also posting those webinars, but we would need your email address in order to do so, in order to give you access to those webinars. We just did a webinar recently, Show You the Money Okay? And we did have a very successful webinar and want for you, if you're interested, to take part in our next webinar. It'll be coming up in a couple of weeks, or next week or the next 2 weeks. We'll definitely give you some more information on that as we get closer to that webinar date. Again, thank you so much for your time, for spending a little bit of your time with us today. We wish you a wonderful day, and of course, we wish you well in all your endeavors. Have a great and prosperous new year.